So I know that we said that we were going to talk about the saddles that we use down here in southern Patagonia in Chile. So first up, we've got the first blanket. This is a pelero, and so that's going to go on much like you would usually put a saddle blanket on if you were going to tack up your horse, you know, back in the States. Next up, we have this one. This is a felt pad. This is called a mandil, and this leather on top is called a corona. And so what we do then is put that over the top, and this is a really, really nice high quality felt pad that again is a lot like what you might see at home. Then we've got the saddle, and this is where things are going to get a little bit different. So this is called a cangaya, and this is what is quite common to see in Chile. So we had different saddles up in northern Patagonia in Argentina. So this has a couple of differences. I know we didn't really talk about the saddles in Argentina as much, but so this is actually what Osvaldo makes himself. And so this is going to go on here, and I'm going to show you quickly what they look like when you first buy them. So this is what they look like when you buy them straight from the store. You can see that the seat here is a little bit different, and what Osvaldo does with his is he puts in this cushion here and these leather pads here, so that's kind of like for your thighs. Think of it as like bucking rolls on a normal Western saddle. And so he adds all of these extras himself, so everything is original to Patagonia horse. So after this, then we have the sheepskin, and this is, in my experience, what makes these so comfy. And that goes over the top. And then we have the cinch. So these are a little bit different to what you'd be used to. I'm sure that everyone's used to seeing a cinch like this. And because they don't have saddle horns here, and so this little ring here is something that you can use in lieu of that saddle horn if you were to drag a cow. So this is gonna go over the top like this, and this little bit here is what determines the length of the cinch. So that'll be on the other side. You can lengthen it or shorten it depending on your horse. And as always, we check both sides, make sure that everything is all lined up. This is Regalo, by the way, our beautiful model. And then from here, it's going to be somewhat similar to what you might see at home on a Western saddle. So you will do your loops, and depending on the horse, you'll either do one loop or two. I think we're going to do one today just for the sake of this demonstration. And then this is tightened here, and you go, this is a little bit different to back home. So you'll come through here, and then this ties off like this, and then that'll come through the back of the saddle, and then underneath like this. And then you could walk the horse out, tighten it up, and yeah, so this, so single cinch here is what actually keeps the saddle on. So yeah, that's about it. Alright, and because I was like literally standing in front of this before for that last video, I'm gonna do it again from a different angle, just so you can see how we cinch these saddles up. So, like we were talking about before, we will come through and do a loop just like you would on a like Western saddle back home if you were doing a Texas T. And the difference with this one is that rather than going, so for a Texas T you'd come through and then down here, this one is a bit different. So it's just tucked in underneath and then through the back of the saddle, and under here. So when you sit down, that kind of clamps that in place. And then with this going up and under, then that also clamps that in place. And then you can come in and tighten that as you go. And like at home, you'd walk your horse off a little bit and then tighten it off before you hop on.